And right now at 10 o'clock, a 7-person group investigating sexual harassment at the highest levels of city government held their first meeting tonight. It all comes after 3 women accused Mayor Joe Hogsett's former chief of staff of sexual harassment, leading others to come forward and another employee to be fired. Our News 8's Kyla Russell was there for the meeting and outlines what happened.
Following a presentation on the current sexual harassment reporting system within the Hogsett administration, committee members began asking HR leaders how well the system is working and how well it will continue to work. Mayor Hogsett rolled out his anonymous reporting system just over a month ago. HR says since then they've started 6 investigations and 4 are currently ongoing. The new system is being used while HR waits to integrate a third-party system to handle reports and make sure they're truly anonymous.
Yes, that is my #1 demand, is to get it in place as quickly as possible.
The investigative process begins when a report is received from a current employee. Although it's aimed at being anonymous, the HR team admits anyone making a report has to use their city login. But they say that's not recorded.
What we have in place is just a temporary measure that does require you to log in. It does require for you to put your password in order to access the form at the present time.
Following a report, a meeting occurs with the employee that made that report, and HR decides what evidence needs to be gathered. That could be texts, voicemails, emails, photos, or social media posts. Interviews happen and the investigation continues when HR decides if any policy has been violated. They then recommend action. Committee members question what happens if that action involves elected or appointed officials or employees.
I think there are multiple opportunities for resolution, for justice, but unfortunately, no, this specific committee, won't be removing any elected officials.
Counselors also asked the HR team what happens if they receive a report of harassment that happened outside city halls or during a campaign. This comes after former campaign employee Lauren Roberts said she was harassed by former Chief of Staff Thomas Cook during Hogsett's 2014 campaign.
If we did hear about it from someone in the community, we would investigate it. We've investigated other complaints that have come into our department.
The members were then presented with a few independent law firms to look into sexual harassment within the Hogsett administration. I asked what the committee's budget was. All of the law firms charge hundreds, if not $1,000 an hour.
This is not something we would typically budget for at all. And of course, the severity of the claims and the very, the expertise that we want to contract with, it is going to be pricey.
The committee's next meeting is set for October 9th, where members will officially decide what investigative independent firm they've chosen to move forward with. Reporting here in Indianapolis, I'm Kyla Russell for Wish TV. WishTV.com or follow us on Facebook for updates.